I hope you've been with us. We've been talking about Lent and Easter with Reverend Carol Estes and Reverend Jim Hopkins. I want to know where these churches are so people can get there. Carol, where are you located?
Elmhurst is located at 1659 83rd Avenue, a couple blocks right off of International. As we say, it's the Cathedral of East Oakland.
Cathedral, okay. And Jim, where are you located?
We're at the corner of Lakeshore and Mandana in Oakland's Lakeshore District, 3534 Lakeshore Avenue.
That's great. Good Friday services, again, this year for you, Carol, is going to be held where?
At Easter Hill in Richmond, 3911 Cutting Boulevard.
Great, great. And Jim?
We participate in the Good Friday service at Taylor United Methodist Church in West Oakland, 11th and Adeline, is it, Ron?
That's right.
Okay.
That's very good. Let's look now at, well, you had another service coming up. Good, Palm Sunday.
Yes, I do. We have started a garden, an organic garden at our church. We took some land in the back of our church and started a youth community organic garden, because what we discovered is that East Oakland, unfortunately, is a food desert, and there's not lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, and there's a high incident of health crises. So we're trying to embark on healthy eating, but really to cultivate growth and fertility in that area. And so on Sunday, the 29th of March, we're having a worship in the garden service. So for folk who are interested in getting their hands dirty and turning the soil over, they're welcome to come. It'll be at 10.
And you had the whole district plant that garden.
We did.
That's right.
We started off with our youth, and then the district came and they built out boxes, and we have a water irrigation system. We have a compost section of it, and it's just beautiful. So we're continuing. We had salad recently from our garden. It was delicious.
I know it was.
Yeah.
And Jim, I know you said something about Good Palm Sunday is still in the making with the children.
Palm Sunday is a fifth Sunday of the month this year, and we've dedicated ourselves for almost a year now that every fifth Sunday we focus in on a very kid-friendly, family-friendly worship service, and to make sure that the message is really geared to where the children are at. And we're working on that for Palm Sunday. We don't quite know where we will go, but those kid-friendly, family-friendly services are always great fun and great celebration.
That leads us to Easter. What do you say about Easter this time? So many people come anticipating, expecting, and do you find it sometimes difficult to preach an Easter message? Let's start with you, Carol.
It can be challenging. It can be challenging because, as you say, people come with different expectations. But my theology, my womanist theology, is always to open up and be communal, and then to offer just opportunities for folks to see themselves differently, but to see God as unconditional and loving and not punitive. And so my message this year will be centered around ascension and rising above the circumstances and situations of the muddy water, and where God is always calling us to rise.
That's great. That's great. Jim?
If crucifixion represents the worst of human life, Resurrection Easter represents the very best. So my message this year is going to focus on the theme that things do get better. This message of hope that when Jesus is involved, things do get better.
That's great. That's great. Both of you. The Easter is still some Sundays away. Do you have any texts at this point? Have you looked ahead to see what you might focus on?
I was reading yesterday on that.
Is that right?
I'm reading, I think I'm going to use Mark chapter 16, verses 1 through 8. The theme of getting better is the big stone got rolled away. Things do get better.
But they end with fear instead of the...
Some things stay the same.
Some things stay the same. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, one of the things that stays the same is Jesus, the angelic messengers say, Jesus has gone ahead. You'll meet him in Galilee. And one of the things that stays the same is that Jesus continues to lead.
Okay, good. And Carol, we have just a minute. We'll come back to you in next segment.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the theme around Genesis. Really, I'm going back to the Hebrew text. Around hope and faith and the covenant that God makes with us. That is the same.
That's good. That's good. I'd like to hear your sermons, but I think everyone's going to come hear me. So
we'll have to buy tickets.
Right. Great to have you guys. We have one more segment with them. Please join us. Lynn and Easter.